We are so tired.
This is exhausting and tougher than we were expecting. We are Kim and Lee, and we are embarking on an interesting journey, and we're selling our home with no real fixed plans. We've touched on this in previous videos before, but a real big stress is our businesses. So that's our Mudita Salus community interest company. That's my handyman business and Kim's mindfulness business. They're all starting to be impacted by the unknowingness of us leaving.
Unknowingness, is that a word?
It is now.
It is now. The unknown, yeah. I began at the end of last year to start to plan ahead my calendar of events 2 or 3 months in advance. So for like my women's circles, I think I actually did like 4 months in advance. I can't do that now because I don't know how long we're going to be here. So it means I'm kind of running from month to month, but anyone that runs events knows that you need that kind of forward lead time to set up the event, to promote the event, to spread the word, to get people to come along. And it really feels like I'm chasing my tail, and it also feels like I haven't got much to offer because I'm only offering, a month or so in advance. And I also feel like people who know what's going on, like I wonder if they're detaching a little bit because they know that things are running down and that I may or may not be moving out of area. And I feel like some of my regular faces who I see at my events I haven't seen for a while. I mean, it could just be a coincidence. Could be anything.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
No, it's a story I'm telling myself though. That's tiresome as well, navigating that. And to add, we've got the business. I've also got a day job. And do you know what? I'm so thankful for that day job. I work for a mental health charity because it's the only real stable thing in our life at the moment. I know what days I work, I know what shifts I work, and I know when I turn up on shift how it's going to be. And there's something so soothing and nourishing having that stableness of that. So I just want to put that out there.
So looking at my handyman situation, because I don't know if I'm local, I basically have stopped taking any bookings for the end of June, and I'm basically booked up to the end of June. And I'm already turning customers away, which is difficult for me because I like to please people and I like to do the work. It's a challenge to offer people work when you know you're not staying around and you can't guarantee whether you're going to be here and even what vehicle I might be using in the future and whether I'll be able to do some of the jobs they want to do. I'll give you an example. I'm selling my big ladder, so I won't be able to do roof guttering or painting outside of houses or that kind of thing. And then the mind's thinking, well, where are you going to live next? And then you've got to start the business again, basically.
And I guess for jobs you've got going currently, you've got to think about the timescales of that particular job, because you're fully booked up to the end of June almost. Like if you can't complete that job in the days or times allocated for whatever reason, because it happens, or if they cancel and they want to move, like there's not much wiggle room around that either. And it's just an added pressure on the juggling of it. And you, like most days, you're having new inquiries as well, aren't you? Of people.
I get on average, I'd say 2 inquiries a day, I would say. And I'm mostly turning them down now or saying, I don't know what I'm doing. You might want to look for someone else.
And lots of your existing customers got more work for you. If we're still here July and August, it's not that you're not going to have work. The challenge is you're not being able to promise and you're not being able to commit and book.
And people go finding other handy persons. Okay, and then lastly, I would say is our community interest company.
So there's us and 2 other directors. And And we've got our core project, which is Connect 3 Wellbeing Walks, which is funded by the National Lottery. It just so happens that the funding is due to end in July, August. So that's landed well in that sense, because if the funding was much longer, that would meant we'd have to be in this area. And if you'd asked us back in January, we would imagine we'd be reapplying for the funding again. But that's not going to happen because we don't know where we'll be. We're going to have to pause it and rethink what we're doing. And the CIC in general, again, we're going to have to pause and kind of put it on hold whilst we settle, and then put our heads together back with the directors again and look at how we're going to take that forward and what format that's going to take. But all the while, we're still having to manage all the walks. Still, we facilitate them, we organise them, we market them, we set them up. We've still got to do that on top of everything else.
And also it's worth noting that it's another income that we're going to lose, because we were facilitators for the walks funded by National Lottery, and we're going to lose that.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and press that little bell so you get notifications on our next video that comes out, because who knows what next video will be.
And remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be.
You've got to trust the process.